Hello.
Yo, yo, yo.
Yo, yo, yo. You're killing me. Marissa, you're killing me.
Just talk, Diane. Just talk.
I know you are, but you know what? You're all getting away from the focus of where this should be. The first thing that I'm not going to really talk about too much of this on my channel tonight because it's really none of my business other than the information that came out, which was the cop calling.
Yeah.
And the racist shit. That was gross. But all of this probably would have never happened if this, stuff was taken public. Look, the money part, listen, I get that they gave him a lot of money, Whatever was talked about in your friend circle should have never been brought public. I would never do that, but that's just me. Don't get mad at me for saying this. But let's say Randy was in trouble or Wendy was in trouble and they came to me for money, and then I gave the money, and then later on we had a falling out. I would never take that public. So I think what started all of this was talking about whatever they said to you about his reputation, because here's the thing, you didn't know what was going to happen after you vindicated him for being a hairstylist, which is really not that important.
Right.
In the grand scheme of things, who cares if he's really a hairstylist or a makeup artist?
Was, not anymore.
Okay, was.
Yeah.
Who cares? But it opened up a can of worms so big now.
Yes.
That he is he admitted to making a phone call to the police over Mandy. We don't know if he had part of the other cop calls, but there is a person on Periscope that knows him very well. I don't know how to get in touch with the person, but this person obviously knows him, does not like him, but also was part of the cop calling when he was on there doing cop calling. So don't you find that strange that he was on Periscope making cop calls online live?
That's what I heard.
That's disturbing, but yeah, that was his name, cop caller.
Yeah, I heard that too.
So don't you all find that a little bit odd that he was doing that? I mean, look what happened. A can of worms was opened. Crazy. So now he's, the money part, again, I feel that if you're manipulating someone by saying things like, I can't pay my rent, I can't do this. It's happened a lot in the drama community. We've had a lot of people do that. I have people slipping into my DMs asking me could I spot them at 20? I mean,
you told me that.
Yeah, people that don't even know. So yeah, do I think that people are just giving gifts like that out of nowhere? I don't know. I mean, I certainly wouldn't do it. But if someone was saying to me, I have a problem and I need to pay my water bill and I need to pay my rent and I need food and I need this and I need that, and you have money, you send it because you're friends. So do I think he's a scam artist? No, I don't think it's a scam artist, but I do think it's a form of manipulation. Right. And conning. I mean, I don't know how he's going to get out of it. I'm still getting people coming after me 2.5 years after I sent the friggin' pizza. These things don't go away. And I certainly did not, swindle money out of people, nor did I, make cop calls that were not legit. Did I call CPS on someone? Absolutely. But it was a legitimate call. And, the report was taken and the visit was made and arrangements were made because that underage child was not doing well. So, yeah, but was I the only person that called? No. Other people called as well. They just didn't have the guts to come out and say it.
Right.
In fact, and I don't know Jay for Justice from a hole in the wall, but the fact that she kept that information because she's his friend, that he called the cops, and that she had showed DMs or texts between them that said he's the N-word and a coon, a sneaky coon. I'm sorry. if one of my friends ever sent that to me in a message, I would be so grossed out. I would be like, what in the fuck? My friends would never do that, but I don't understand how she kept that secret. She knew that all these women were worried about who called the cops. Why didn't she come forward?
She should have came forward. Absolutely. I would have liked to have known these things.
All I'm saying is that, again, I just want to make it clear, I am not going at Jay for Justice. I am saying that I don't understand why she held on to this information about the cop calling. She knew about it. She knew that it was serious. She knew that people were really concerned and worried who was calling the cops on them. And the fact that Makeup Mobster didn't, I just want to put this out there, the reason that she wasn't able to go to the police on Long Island in New York, you need to get a subpoena, an attorney. Where Marianne lives, she can just walk into the police station and say, I want a recording of the 911 call. In the state of North Carolina, you can do that. Numerous other states. Yep. She got to the point where she said, forget it. I'm not going to pay an attorney and have to go through all this nonsense. But it doesn't take away from the fact that she needed to know what it was that she did to have someone call the police on her. That's all I'm saying. I think that Jay for Justice should have told, or at least went to these women, or went to Mandy, who he confessed to, at least that part, and said, listen, he called the cops on you.
Yeah. Damn shame.
I mean, I don't particularly care for Mandy that much, but I do feel that if there was information that she was owed about that cop call, now I don't know what could happen to him from making a cop call that was fake, because that definitely was a fake phone call. That was just I don't like you, fuck you, and I'm going to call the cops. If I was going to have him up on my panel, which I don't think I'm going to, I really think that it's at this point, it's all out there. He's the one that has to come forward on his own. I don't think that he's going to. I think at this point, he's probably just going to hide. But yeah, I would ask him, why did you call the cops? Why did you do that? That would be my first question. Why did you do that?
Those are the most important things, the cop call and the racial comments.
And the racial comments, that is not tolerated. We have a lot of that going on in the drama community. That's just not tolerated. If a friend of mine, if Wendy ever wrote to me and said, and this person, this N person, and this sneaky coon, I would be like, have you fucking lost your mind? Mm-hmm. We don't talk like that. So, yeah, that would be another issue for me, because the racist shit, in a community is disgusting.
I'm not okay with any of that. And I'm not okay with me being misled to believe that it was Jay for Justice that said, let's go get some of that Arab money. But Oney told me that Jay for Justice said, let's get that Arab money. I remember that. This was a long time ago.
Well, is she the one that said it? Was she the one that said it? Or was it Oney that said it?
She had, Jay for Justice proved a screenshot where he says, as clear as day, let's go get that Arab money.
Okay, well, there you go.
I'm not okay with that.
No.
And I have heard Oney.
This is all private shit. Yeah. That we found out between messages that were private, and we're sitting here talking about it because it was all made public. Yeah. And now we know that he is, a racist. There's no other way to put it.
Yeah, if you're calling your animal that, you probably have a problem with racism.
Well, you are a racist. If you use the N-word, you're a racist. It's not funny, and you're not allowed to use it.
No.
He admitted that he did call it, and he said that it was in retaliation to being called the F word.
There's no proof of that. No proof of that. It's probably not the best place for you to be. But if you're also going to get caught up in bullshit like racism and cop calling, then I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah. You didn't be doing that.
Right.
That guy right there. So would I have him on my panel? I would have him on my panel, and of course, we would be fair to him, and I wouldn't be yelling at him.
Right.
I'm not yelling at him now, but what I'm saying is, if you are going to be worried every 2 seconds because you're afraid your friend has medication in his house, and he will do something to himself, and he should have been not been making calls to cops. Sorry.
No.